Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are building a logistic management dashboard in Excel. So if you work in supply chain, logistic or operation, this is a skill that makes you stand out. Yeah, think of this dashboard as your command center. It helps track shipment, monitor lead times, analyze performance and control freight cost all in one view. So let's dive in. So this dashboard, I just want you to walk through around the key insights here. The purpose of this logistic dashboard is to take actions. Basically, it's just not a reporting. It is a dashboard where you can highlight the problems and then you can take out the actions. So if you want to take actions, how you want to identify where the problem is. So here KPIs take control. Okay, KPIs are the key performance indicator. The purpose of the key performance indicator is to monitor and take actions. Okay, so let's start from the left side. So in this logistic dashboard you will be having OTIF, what's your on time in full performance, how much is your shipping cost, how much uh, cost you are incurring in order to shipping the things, and how much ton you have shipped. It's a KPI which is used to check that okay, uh, how much weight we have shipped in this month, and it's another good KPI in which you check that what's your capacities. Coming on to the cards, the first is the average transit time in days. So this is also important KPI where user check that okay, what's the average time for a shipment he's taking in order to deliver any customer. Same way, another very important KPI which is on time delivery. This KPI is used for to check that whether you are delivering on the time or the designated delivery date. Then the freight cost per shipment. You want to know that each shipment, how much cost is there, and you want to optimize this number. Okay. Going ahead, the order accuracy rate. The order accuracy is different from the OTIFs. We are going to cover the KPIs in the coming time and how we are going to calculate it. So order accuracy rate is something which is different from OTIF, where you want to check that uh, if something need to be delivered on the day one, it should get delivered on the day one, not on day two, and even not on day minus one or a day zero. Okay, so it has to be accurate, and yeah. So again, it's a different from the OTIF, but a very important KPI. Moving ahead on the average delay. So again, there are various unforeseen circumstances where you will not be able to ship or deliver your articles, your shipments, and delays are inevitable, but you need to control this number. So yeah, so user will be having this number as well handy. Now, you know that anything or usually if you want to ship something or you want to deliver something, there are three ways. Okay, in terms of transport, one is rail, another one is road, third one is ship or by ocean. So here we are showing that okay, selected for the selected filter, how much lead time I am occurring, and this will give you insight that if there is any congestion on the road, rail or the ship, like we had in past. Correct, now the Red Sea issue is going on, and earlier it was Suez Canal, and you will easily catch that in that ship uh, lead time. Okay, then the another one where we are saying that okay, how much order got delayed. Okay, so again, so this order delay somewhat get captured in OTIF, but not exactly. The thing is, order delay only take care about the time. It's not taking care about the quantity. Okay, so yeah, sometimes you are very much sure about that. Okay, the quantity will always be perfect. It's just that I just want to track how much days it is going to be delayed. Then you have this member stack bar where you know that how much cost you are incurring in order to serve your customers, correct? And for each of the customer, you have blocks, and this is the total cost. Then you have a trend of your OTIF, that your on time in full performance across the time, how it has been. And if in this case it is declining, it means you need to take some actions. There are certain bottlenecks. Then there is a list of all the orders which are running late, and what was the actual delivery date, what was the planned delivery date, what was the transport, the target locations, what was the source location, and various things you can check. Yeah, and user can check with certain filters. Let's say for the what was the value for article 10. If I remove the article 10, what was for the article 2, and what was for article 3. You can check that, okay, this all of these values are moving. It's a dynamic dashboard. So the intention here is just to check, okay, uh, how you can create this dashboard very easily in some simple steps. Okay, and the intention is you have to create this actionable dashboard. You will be getting many dashboards on online, but they are not actionable actually. So you need to take certain actions. Okay, otherwise just reporting doesn't help too much. So yeah, moving ahead, in order to create this dashboard, we know that, okay, we need data. Okay, so this kind of data is available from various source, and this is the sample data which I have created for this exercise, just to show you how you can create this dashboard. So I have worked with many clients which are having multiple ERP systems, different ERP systems, and from my experience, which I can gather, that this is the most common available data across all ERPs, be it SAP, Oracle, and others, local vendors as well. So what exactly you get in terms of replenishment orders or stock transfer orders and this kind of stuff. So you will be having what's your order ID, which article you are shipping, and from which source location to which target location you are shipping, what is the trans mode, and what is the shipping date. Basically people capture the shipping date and whatever plan they were getting, correct? So what usually have you guys usually have is a planned delivery date against which they act, and then they get a actual delivery date at which they are actually delivering the shipments. Okay, then this is a planned quantity, then there's an actual delivered quantity, what was the weight of that shipment, and then there's a status. In the status we check that, okay, whether this order is open or closed. If you have delivered this order, it means the status is closed. If the order is still in transit, it means status is open. Then you can also check that, okay, how much cost you're going to incur in this particular shipment. So this is the basic data which you need to uh, take into the consideration in order to create that dashboard. Okay, so basically, as I told you earlier, in that dashboard, the key part was KPIs. Okay, so in order to calculate the KPIs, you need to first identify what are the KPIs which are needed for your business. So I try and captured all the basic KPIs which are required for most of the business in order to check their logistic performance. So let us check one by one. The first is the transit time. In the transit time, you it's very easy one. You know that, first it is delivery date minus shipping date. By what date you have delivered and what was your shipping date, the time at which your consignment or the shipment is leaving the premise of your source location. Then come the on-time delivery. On-time delivery is something if your actual delivery date is less than or equal to your planned delivery date. The same way in full delivery, if your actual delivered quantity is greater than equal to planned quantity. So the thing is that I have used the greater than equal to. If sometimes you have a data discrepancy, but yeah, usually it will not be higher than the planned quantity, but yeah, it can due to some lot sizes and some of the space utilization factors also there. So yeah, but yeah, in full delivery is only considered in the case if you are delivering the required or more than that. In case of OTIF, okay, so the calculation of OTIF falls under, let's say you have the on-time delivery and in full delivery both for a particular shipment, then that's a on-time in full shipment for you, and it's a very important KPI for any logistic uh, business. So moving ahead, the freight cost per shipment. So you want to know that, okay, in this month you have delivered multiple uh, freights, correct, and multiple shipments, and you want to know that on an average how much cost you are uh, you know having in order to deliver those. So this freight cost per shipment is very key KPI in that case. Another one is freight cost per unit. So in the freight cost per unit, you have this formula like total freight cost divided by the total number of units shipped. So here you will be getting that, okay, how much cost per unit you are occurring. Okay, so why this KPI is important? This KPI is very much important in order to check that if I have a variety of articles to be shipped, and some are higher, some of high values and some of the low values. In that case, you will be having your average number, but it is more useful when you have similar articles, and you will be getting your way that, okay, for a given dollar value you are able to ship more units, or are you able to ship less unit, correct? So this is also a very good KPI in order to check that uh, how much cost you are paying in order to serve your customer. Moving ahead, the order accuracy rate, as I was telling you that order accuracy is something different. Order accuracy means it should be the number which was planned. The planned order quantity should be equal to the planned or the actual delivered quantity. The number or the date should be the actual, not early or not late. Then it's an accurate order. And in order to check that how much accuracy is going on, then you can check it by using this formula. You can also change these kind of definition, because each and every business has their different problems, and you can customize it as per your need. So yeah, I'm just taking a business generic business problem, and I have created this dashboard accordingly. Another thing is the shipment delays. You want to check that how much orders which are running late, and these are the point where user need to take care that, okay, how they are going to uh, check out, or what exactly the action they want to take. Okay, so yeah, moving ahead. So these are the KPIs which we are using for this dashboard. Now let's move to the computation part, how we are going to compute these all of these KPI. So I have created this computation tab. So in this computation tab, you will be having all of these input data from let me go ahead. Yeah. From column A to column M, you have all of the existing data which I was just explaining earlier. Now we have used the basic Excel formula, correct, as I was explaining here. So all of these, like also for the transit time, your delivery lead time, and your info and notif, these kind of stuff. And then we are also calculating how much order are accurate order, what's your shipment delays, what's your delay status, and total not delays and total delayed, what's the freight cost per shipment, and this kind of stuff we are calculating. Correct. So now how you are going to create that dashboard, the dashboard which we are talking about, this one. Okay. So in order to create this dashboard, first of all, you need to create various calculations, each calculation for all of these KPIs, correct? So for that, what you need to do, you need to create a pivot. How you're going to create a pivot? You will go in the insert pivot table. Okay, and after doing this pivot table, you are going to create various KPIs. So what I have done, so here you can see that I have created multiple KPIs, pivot, okay, for transit time, for on-time delivery, for in full, correct delivery OTIF, and then order accuracy, and then various, okay, in order to support that. So whatever data you want at whatever intersection, you can create those pivot, and so that you can have a dynamic tabular form of output. Okay, then what you need to do, you need to insert slicer for each of the pivot, and attach that slicer and those chart into the dashboard view. So if you go to the slicer, you need to go here and click on the report connections, and you need to check that all of your pivot should be selected. Okay, then if you see here that there are around 36 pivot which I have created, but I am not using the 36 pivot here. It's just around 10 to 15 which I might be using it. Yeah, but not more than that. For the charts, they are basically you can see they are basic numbers which I am getting from the pivot which I have calculated, correct. The same way for each of these chart, I am getting the numbers from the pivot. Yeah, but I think you get the idea how to create this dashboard. These are the basic chart which we have created. So here my intention was to show you that how you can create these kind of dashboard. They are very easy to create, and they are very good when you have a limited data and you just want to do certain post game analysis. You want to know that how many orders which are running late, or if you want to take certain action on your logistic performance. You want to analyze your performance, you want to check out your cost, your lead times across transport. You want to check that, okay, whether you are uh, delivering on time in full. Then if not, then where is the problem, whether it is problem with the in full or with the on time. So these kind of stuff you can do very easily. You can even analyze and create your strategy around the freight cost. Let's say if you are thinking that the freight cost is increasing or it is more than your target, then what are the control you can do. You can check that your if the lead times are getting increased, obviously your freight cost is going to increase. So these kind of stuff you can do and check. And in case of order accuracy is very low, it means that there might be certain returns, or there might be some reorders for the same cost. So that is why your cost per shipment is increasing. So there are various things, various scenarios which can occur, which you can analyze by this dashboard. It just you need to put your mind around it, and whatever KPIs you want, you just put it in front of you so that you can make a better decision. If you want this template, okay, I will attach the link of this template. I would say that you use that template just to understand how to create it and how to take decision from the KPIs. Okay, because or you can use that template for your post game analysis purpose as well. So hope you like this video, and if you have any kind of comment on the logistic dashboard or on the KPIs, how they are connected, and if you want to know anything related to this logistic dashboard, please comment, and I will take your question and try to answer as soon as possible. Hope you like this video. Please like, share, and subscribe, and keep supporting us. Thank you.